Hello Dragons, I am back from ALA 2024 and I think I'm going to do my videos a bit different. I got over 200 books this time. I had such a fun time, but there's no way I'm going to be able to show you all 200 books in a clear, concise video. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of break this into like 4 videos. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you like the 10 or 11 books that I went there looking for. And then I'm going to show you the 10 or 11 books in each genre that I didn't even know existed and I was happy to get a copy of. And that's just how I'm going to do it. A lot of these are YA fantasy, a couple of them are YA contemporary too, and then I'm going to show you guys the books. So first I'm going to show you guys the books that I went in with a plan. So if you don't know what ALA is, it's a book convention for professionals in the field. I am a teacher, I am a theater teacher, but I'm also a book blogger for you all, so I normally go for that. But I will admit, a lot of these books do wind up in my classroom just because they're ARCs, and you can't sell them, you shouldn't sell them, don't sell ARCs. But I kind of went in with a plan. So they normally only announce their signing, so you kind of go in knowing what authors are going to be their signing books, but you don't really know anything else. So these are the books that I kind of went in knowing I wanted to get copies of, and I was very, very diligent in my attempts. People say like, how do you get so many books? It's just sort of luck. Like, I don't really do panels when I go to these events. I really just walk around the book section, and I just got lucky. So we're gonna go to the books that I was looking for and I successfully got, and then I'm gonna give you a look at the books that like I literally know nothing about, but fantasy books mostly, that's all they're gonna be. Maybe a couple of other ones I just had to have. So the first book I picked up was The Lies We Conjure by Sarah Henning. This book's coming out in September, and it's a supernatural thriller for fans of Knives Out and the Inheritance games. I am in the middle of reading this one. I am really enjoying it, but this was one that I got Monday morning. I was so happy that I got to stay Monday. I never get to stay Monday because I always have to go back to work, but it worked out this year, and I'm really happy to have this copy. Another author that I have read before is Alexis Dawn, who wrote The Bitter End. She also wrote The Ivies and Pretty Dead Queens, which I really liked. Pretty Dead Queen. This is more of a mystery thriller, and it's set like in a wintry setting. This is coming out in October. I may save this for like winter, but I did get a copy. I also got 2 Rick Riordan present books. I got The Dark Becomes Her by Julie I. Lim. This is coming out in October, and it's the author of A Magic Steeped in Poison ventures into this Rick Riordan presents in the sinister tale of supernatural sisterhood and shadows that rule our darkest desires. So this cover is so pretty. This would also be a great early fall read as well, but it comes out in October. This one is also already out, but my library hold, I never got to pick it up. So when I saw that they were giving out copies, I took one. It calls It Waits in the Forest by Sarah Doss. And this is another supernatural thriller. Drawing from the deep depths of Caribbean mythology, acclaimed author Sarah Doss crafts a sinister tale of magic, murder, and evil that lurks within us all. Another supernatural thriller, which is what this book is, which is I am currently reading. So this one came out already, but they had copies and I picked one up. I also was really excited for The Practical Rules of Kurt's Wishes by Kayla Cunningham. I got this one. As you could see, it's a bit beat up because I did read it on the plane ride home, and I really did like it. It comes out in August, and you guys will see my review when I do my July reading wrap up because I did wind up reading this. I also read already Queen's Game by Sarah McGee. This is her new royal themed series set in the past, and it follows Queen Victoria and her love for Queen Albert, but it follows her like kind of being a matchmaker, and it's really fun. I gave this one 4 stars, but you guys will see that in my review later. But this was another book that I was really excited for. I also picked up a copy of Kisses, Codes, and Conspiracies by Abigail Hang Wen. I have read her other books and was really excited for like a mystery thriller vibe because I do like her romances. And yeah, this was another one that I'm really excited to read. This one was like one that I was so excited for. I got a copy of Firebirds by KJ Armstrong, and they weren't even dropping this. This was just like on a display, and I really like waited. I waited in line for an hour with my friend Lindsay. So she actually got the second copy, but I really wanted this book because they weren't dropping arcs of it. It was just like a display copy, and when I saw that there was an option, I got it. So I'm really happy to start this. I actually have to reread Nightbirds before I start Firebirds, but that is the next plan. And the book that everyone and their mother wanted was Air by Sabaa Tahir. I don't even know what this book's about. An incredible tapestry of romance, heart-pounding storytelling, an orphan, an outcast, and a prince, and a killer who will bring an empire to its knees. This comes out in October, and I have no idea what this book's about. So, but I have a copy, so I will read it eventually. I think I'm going to read it in August because air is like a royal word, and I could use that for my Battle-a-thon prompt, and everyone has been loving this. I just gotta double check that I don't need to read Ember of the Ashes because I never finished that series. Oops, sorry. I also got a copy of The Ravenous Fate by Haley Dennings, which is like a vampire novel. This comes out in August. At night in Harlem, jazz clubs come to life and death waits in the dark. And it's 1926, and I think it has to do with vampires. This is a really, really pretty cover, though. This would be a great early fall read. And then the last book that I kind of went in knowing I wanted very, very late is Erin A. Craig's new book, The 13th Child. And this is an astonishing mind, a breathtaking fairy tale retelling readers have been waiting for. And I really loved House of Root and Rune because it was kind of an unexpected fairy tale retelling, so I'm really curious to see what this one is, and this is coming out in September. So yeah, those are like the YA books that I went in kind of hoping I would spy. These are the ones I didn't know that existed, but once I saw them, I needed to have them. And these are the ones I really don't know anything about. People pitched me books, sort of, but I also just was like, ooh, I want that. So a lot of it was cover buys, a lot of it was YA fantasy, and yeah, let's get into that part of the video. Hey Book Dragons, I'm back. So I definitely have a bit of a few more books, and honestly, this is why I like ALA, because you learn about books that you just never knew were coming out, or you just hadn't heard of. So I'm just gonna kind of give you, if I know anything about it, if like I was pitched it, I will tell you something about it. If not, we're just gonna go covers, and you will have to tell me in the comments what books you want me to read first that you saw in this video, and I will do a vlog about it at some point. Just motivation to get some comments. I like when you guys comment, but no one ever really comments. So I want you to tell me in the comments what are 3 books you want me to see do a reading vlog about in the YA fantasy or middle grade fantasy category. Because I have a lot of options. So these are the books I don't know a lot about, so maybe pick something here. I got Casters and Crowns by Elizabeth Lohan. This is from Shadow Mountain Publishing, and it's Cursed by Magic, Bound by Mistakes. Prince Arya's destiny hinges on the mysterious Baron Reeves. Will love be enough to break their curse, or will war bring the kingdom to ruin? And this comes out in October. It's a really, really simple crown. I maybe can read this for Battle-a-thon because it has crowns in the title. I don't know if that's like a royal word. I would have to ask in my Discord, but this one looks cool, so I got that one. I also got a Magic Fierce and Bright by Henentin Nakiaka. This comes out in July. It's actually coming out relatively soon. But this is like a technopath that's kind of like necromancy, I think. That's all I knew. But once I heard necromancy, I was like, ooh, I need that in my life. But it comes out in July, so I should probably read this relatively soon. I also got Songlight by Maura Buffin that comes out in September. And this is Dark Horse Lovers, Against All Odds, Friendship in a Brutally Unforgiving World, marks the first in a trilogy that's utterly forgettable. So this one's another one that comes out in September. It has water on the cover, so yeah, I think I got this. It's actually on my immediate TBR because it did have water on the cover, but I don't know. I really don't know much about it, but it sounds interesting. And again, I'm all for YA fantasy. I also got The Last Dragon on Mars by Scott Reinette, which I've read something by him before. But dragon ship, keep your eyes down and this planet will rust you. I think that this is about Mars, but there's dragons on Mars, I think. Martian dust? Comes out in October. I don't know much about it, but I like a good dragon book, so this one sounds interesting, but I literally don't know anything about it. I also got Legend of the White Snake by Shir Lee, a headstrong prince, a hidden identity, and a love song for the ages. A queer retelling of the Chinese folktale for must-read fans of Crimson Cranes and a magic steeped in poison. Oh, this is the author that wrote Fake Dates and Mooncakes, and I love that book. That was like a contemporary. Oh, I didn't even realize that. But yeah. Okay, so this is a queer fantasy retelling. Well, that's good, it's queer. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to try this one. I really liked Fake Date and Mooncake. See, you learn so much when you do these videos. And also, I love this cover. I also got Immortal Dark from Little Brown, which is Cruel Prince meets Night House in this decadent dark academia debut where one girl must live with the alluring vampire she suspects killed her family and kidnapped her sister. Oh dear. This one comes out in September, and it's another vampire novel. I think vampires are making a comeback. I don't know how I feel about it, but vampires are making a comeback. I also got a book called Inheritance of Stars by Crystal Seitz. This one comes out in October, and it is Never Go Beyond the Stave Church. And I don't know what this one's about. It doesn't really say much. But I feel like... yeah, I have no idea what this one's about. The blood oak must not be broken. Okay, I'm intrigued. comes out in October. Another one that I will probably read. If you really want to see me read, I literally don't know anything about this book. I was probably pitched it. Oh, she has. Okay, interesting. All right. I don't know, but this cover is really, really pretty. I also got The Last Dragon of the East by Katrina Kwan. And this is from Sage Press, and it's inspired by Chinese myths, ancient dragon gods, and threads of faith. Katrina Kwan's dazzling fantasy debut is a propulsive adventure perfect for fans of Susan Tam and Hannah Whitten. Okay. Again, another like mythology themed book, which I really do love. Another one that I didn't know was coming out, but I have read by Katie Zhao before. I read her middle grade book, Winnie Zhang, is Zodiac Rising, and this is Magic Meets Dark Academia at a New York boarding school, the hidden from mortal eyes, perfect for fans of A Deadly Education and Legend Born. And there's Evangelina, a vampire, Nicholas, a shapeshifter, and Alice, a mortal seeking the right of her mysterious heritage, and Trina, a werewolf. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I love when there's like a kind of a ragtag group of people that kind of have to work together. So this one's coming out in October. A lot of October books. I also got The Girl with No Reflection by Kisa Chow, and this is Prince Yu believed in a beloved once upon a time. I don't know, but again, I literally saw this cover and was like, ooh, I need it. It's coming out in August, and I think it's another like mythology retelling, which I'm really in the mood for. This was a middle grade. This might be the only middle grade in this pile. I got Mocha Magic Carnival Chaos by Tracy Baptiste. This is actually from Kwame Mibalia's new imprint. And it's a best-selling author of the Jumbi series, comes an Afro-Caribbean inspired story about three cousins who discover Muku's protective spirits during carnival season in Brooklyn. So yeah, this one's perfect. I think I'll definitely give this to my students when I'm done with it because I think they will really like it. But I'm really in the mood for some anthology books. I also got this one because I love this cover. It's called This Fatal Kiss by Alicia Jaskia, and this is spirited away with a whimsical fantasy filled with dark magic, and a flirty polynormous romance. Okay, this one's coming out in September, but it's very, very pretty. It has like a greenish cover. And the last one is a book that is definitely like more suspense mystery thriller, but it's by Amanda Glaze, and it's called The Lies of Alma Blackwell. And it's a sweeping romance gothic mystery about a girl posed to inherit a famous haunted castle, California mansion, and a stranger who arrives with a dark warning. And this comes out in August. And she wrote another book. She wrote something. She wrote, it's about the twins. I can't remember. But yeah, those are the 10 YA fantasy books that are high on my TBR. I would love to hear what you want me to read from this video, and I will talk to you guys soon. Comment below so I can maybe start making a TBR. Bye, book friends. Bye, book dragons.